Hi there, and welcome to the fifth tip in my series on sales conversations. And this final tip is about illustrating vision versus reality. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, so when I say illustrate vision versus reality, this is a great way for you to create contrast. And I learned this in a sales training, and it makes perfect sense because what you really want to do is you want to create, like, give that prospect a full vision, like a full illustration of their life as it is as they're giving it to you, right? So you're going to be repeating back to them, okay, so what I heard you say is that you're not able to grow revenue in your business because you're too busy serving the clients you have, or whatever that is. So, and you give it back to them exactly how they gave it to you. And remember, probing deeply, listening for limiting beliefs, leaving the bias out, going in with the right intention. All of these things are super important. They all work together to create an experience between you and your prospect that should lead to, at the very minimum, clarity for the prospect. So if you're all about serving, if you're all about helping, if you're all about moving the needle further and building a relationship with this person or company, then that should be your bottom line foundational intention when you go in, because you want to be there and be of service. Because it's not just a one-way delivery. I mean, you're both experiencing value and exchange and building trust. And this is where all of the communication kind of comes together to make that happen. So when you get to the point where you're in the conversation and you're asking these probing questions, you want to have this kind of nice seesaw effect of talking about where they want to be and then where they are, and then where they want to be, and then when they are where they are. And as you're doing that, what you're doing is you're kind of creating this sense of urgency, because you're basically, in a gentle way, forcing them to confront the fact that they're stuck, that they are in a mired mess. And the only way that they can get out of that mess and get to their vision is to work with you. If it's a right fit, obviously, that's kind of a given. You want to make sure that the fit is right. And there's a lot of times we get on these calls with prospects and it really isn't a fit. And that's when you should be prepared to still be of service and maybe give them a referral or connect them with somebody who can help them, or, maybe offer them something like a mini engagement that can help get them into one of your maybe more sophisticated programs or a better fit. And that is true service. And the people that you do that for, they will remember you for that. And so when they are ready to deal with you, if, that's kind of where they're at, if they're maybe not quite ready for you, they will come back. That's actually happened to me quite a few times. People have come back and like, okay, now I'm ready, Terry. and then we move forward, and it's wonderful. So when you're looking at their vision, many times it's easy for us to just have like an end thing and say, okay, this is where you want to be. You want to be making, 3 million a year, or you want to have 100 clients, or you want to have a whole certification program where you have trainers going out and training on your IP, whatever it is, right? It can be just like this one thing, like this is what they've decided is their end game. But here's the thing, many times when you just start asking the questions like, where do you want to be, or what do you want? They'll just kind of give you that thing, like, here it is. I want a new car. I want a new house. I want a new boyfriend. I want a new girlfriend. It'll be the thing. But what's really important is that you probe. Again, here's our probing questions. You want to ask them why they want that, because that's where the gold is. When you start asking, well, why do you want a new relationship, or why do you want more money? Then you get them to get to the real reason why they're trying to solve their own problem with that thing that they give you. And as a result, you can really give them back the real reason why they want that vision. It's not necessarily, okay, once I have this, I'll be happy. No, it's like, I want to be happy. So how do I be happy? So exploring it from those perspectives and those depths is going to create more tension, more awareness, like, oh, they really get me. And they sound like they're the right person for me to work with in order to get that. And the only way you can really do that is by demonstrating, by illustrating that seesaw effect. Okay, so right now you're not in a good relationship. Right now you're not making the money, but you'd like to be making the money because this is why you want to take more vacations with your family. You want to be able to, maybe do a side hustle where you start painting again, or, you want to travel or whatever it is. So you have to get to those things. And that's what you bring up when you're painting the vision, when you're illustrating that vision for them, because then they dial in with the emotional side. They dial in with the real heart and soul behind why they're trying to solve by doing that, just lumping that thing in front of you. Well, I want this many clients, or I want my business to look like this, or whatever. I need to hire staff, I got to get a VA, or I got to get, whatever. Whatever it is, we're always trying to self-soothe and solve our own problems. So we come up with these decisions as far as what we need, and then we go and just drop it into that person who we think can deliver it to our laps. This is why these consultative calls, these sales calls, are so important, because we can really get to the bottom of why they want to do this change. And what's also important, this is kind of like a little bonus thing, is we can also get a better idea if they're fit or not. So if the reason behind what they want is something that you don't feel you can really impact, then that's a great way to know that they're not a good fit. Or if you feel that they're like totally uncoachable, or there's some other issues that come up as you get them to dig a little deeper into why they want what they want. Okay, so that's the 5th tip in the series of sales conversation tips, and I hope they've been beneficial for you, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks a bunch.